Yo, what's up, family? Welcome back to the channel, where we spill the tea, dissect the drama, and get down to the nitty-gritty of your favorite reality TV stars. Today, we're diving headfirst into a story that has the entire love and hip-hop universe buzzing. We're talking about Kirk Frost. Yes, that Kirk Frost. Mr. Rashida, the infamous Frost Bistro owner, and all-around reality TV mainstay. For years, Kirk has been a central figure on Love and Hip Hop, Atlanta. He's been a source of drama, conflict, and let's be honest, some seriously cringeworthy moments. But now, the unthinkable is happening. Rumors are swirling, whispers are intensifying, and sources are coming forward with claims that Kirk Frost is on the verge of being fired from the show. Is it true? Is Kirk's reign on Love and Hip Hop finally coming to an end? What shocking secrets are about to be revealed? And most importantly, what is Kirk Frost willing to do to save his spot? Buckle up, because this is one wild ride. We're digging deep, exposing the lies, and uncovering the shocking truth behind Kirk Frost's potential ouster. Let's get started. Now, Kirk Frost has had his fair share of scandals. We all know the story. Cheating allegations, paternity drama, financial woes, and countless arguments with his wife, Rashida. He's been through the ringer, time and time again. Yet, somehow, he always manages to bounce back. He's the cockroach of reality TV, you just can't seem to get rid of him. But this time, things are different. This isn't just another run-of-the-mill scandal. This feels bigger, more calculated, and potentially career-ending. The rumors started subtly, like a distant rumble of thunder. Whispers on social media, anonymous tips to gossip blogs, and then, the leaks began. Insiders started coming forward, claiming that Love and Hip Hop producers, including the legendary Mona Scott-Young herself, are actively planning to phase Kirk out of the show. Why? Allegedly, his storyline has become stale, his drama is repetitive, and frankly, the fans are tired of seeing the same old Kirk. According to these sources, producers are looking to inject fresh blood into the cast, bring in new personalities, and revitalize the show. And unfortunately for Kirk, that means he's become expendable. Ouch. That has to sting. But here's where things get really interesting. Our sources say that Kirk isn't going down without a fight. He's reportedly furious about being replaced and is pointing fingers at everyone from Mona Scott-Young to his own castmates, accusing them of stabbing him in the back. And get this, folks, the tea gets even hotter. There are whispers that Kirk may have some serious dirt on the producers, potentially damaging secrets that could turn the tables in his favor. Could Kirk expose the dark underbelly of Love and Hip Hop to save his own skin? Is he about to unleash a bombshell that will rock the entire franchise? We're talking behind-the-scenes betrayals, secret power moves, and potentially illegal activity. The stakes are incredibly high. Is Kirk Frost about to expose the truth and force his way back into Love and Hip Hop? Or is this the final chapter in his reality TV saga? Let's dive into the evidence and try to piece together what's really going on. Let's rewind a bit and set the stage. For years, Kirk Frost has been a survivor. He's weathered every storm, navigated every controversy, and somehow managed to stay relevant, even when the odds were stacked against him. He's seen cast members come and go, he's endured public humiliation, and he's always managed to secure his spot. But this time, the rumors felt different. They weren't just whispers, they were everywhere. And they weren't just speculation, they were coming from inside the production. At first, Kirk dismissed the gossip. He'd heard it all before. Every season, people claimed someone was getting cut. Every year, cast members worried about being replaced. But Kirk had history with the show. He'd put in the work, brought the drama, and given the producers exactly what they wanted. So, when he first saw the blog posts claiming he was on the chopping block, he laughed. Just another baseless rumor, another attempt to stir the pot. But then, the leaks started. It wasn't just random gossip blogs anymore, it was industry insiders, verified sources, and most concerning of all, silence from his own castmates. That's when Kirk knew this was bigger than just another rumor. A screenshot of an internal email hit social media. It showed a discussion between Love and hip-hop producers about rejuvenating the cast and saying goodbye to older faces. Kirk's name wasn't mentioned directly, but fans immediately started speculating. Who else could they be talking about? Then came the audio clip. Someone had recorded a private production meeting, and the things said in that room sent Kirk's world into a tailspin. The audio clip reportedly contained the following statements from producers: Kirk's storyline is tired. We've gotten everything we can from him. He's just not as relevant anymore. The fans aren't invested in him the way they used to be. And the kicker? He's replaceable. Replaceable. For years, Kirk had believed that no matter what happened, he was too important to be cut. He was part of Love and hip-hop's DNA. But now, they were talking about him like he was just another disposable cast member. He grabbed his phone, his hands shaking with anger, and started making calls. The first person he called was Stevie J. If anyone knew how Love and hip-hop worked, it was Stevie. He'd been pushed out before, fought his way back into the spotlight. But when Stevie picked up the phone, his tone was off. "What's up, man?" Stevie said too casually. Kirk wasted no time. "Tell me the truth. What's going on?" A long pause. Then Stevie sighed. "Look, Kirk, I don't know all the details, but I heard some things. People are saying Mona wants to shake things up. They're bringing in fresh faces. They think some of us." He hesitated. "Some of you have run your course." Kirk felt his chest tighten. "Run his course? I've been here since day one, Stevie. I've built this show just as much as anyone else, and now they're just..." He stopped, trying to control his frustration. "This can't be real." Another pause. Then Stevie said something that made Kirk's stomach drop. It's not just about the show, bro. They got something on you." Kirk's blood ran cold. "What the hell are you talking about?" he demanded. Stevie hesitated. "I don't know the details, but there's talk, something from your past. Something they think could hurt the brand." Kirk gritted his teeth. What the hell could they have on him? He'd been through it all. Cheating scandals, child support drama, even rumors about his marriage falling apart. Nothing had ever been bad enough to get him cut from the show before. Before he could press Stevie for more information, he heard a beep. Another call was coming through. Rashida. His wife, his partner, his biggest supporter. If anyone knew what was really going on, it was her. He switched calls immediately. "Rashida, tell me what's going on," he said urgently. She sighed, and in that moment, he knew she wasn't just hearing the rumors, she knew something. "Kirk," her voice was soft, careful. "I was going to tell you earlier, but I didn't want to stress you out until I had more information." His chest tightened. "Tell me now." She took a deep breath. "I talked to a producer off the record. They said they're worried about your image. Something came up from your past, Kirk. And if it gets out, it could be bad." His pulse pounded in his ears. "What the hell are you talking about, Rashida? What could possibly?" And then it hit him. Something he thought had been buried, something he never expected to come back to haunt him. He closed his eyes, gripping the phone tighter. "Tell me," he whispered. Rashida hesitated. Then finally, she said, "They're saying you were involved in something illegal, Kirk. Something serious. And if this gets out, you might not just lose the show, you might lose everything." For the first time since this nightmare started, Kirk felt something he hadn't felt in a long time: fear. Kirk Frost had been through his fair share of drama in the reality TV world, but this was different. This wasn't just gossip or cheating rumors. This was something that could end his career for good. He paced back and forth in his home office, his mind racing. The idea of being replaced had already pissed him off, but now there was something deeper at play. Someone was digging into his past, trying to ruin him. Rashida sat across from him, arms folded, her eyes filled with concern. "Kirk, listen to me. You need to figure out who's behind this before it spirals out of control." Kirk exhaled sharply, rubbing his hands together. I know, but I don't even know where to start. The producers ain't telling me who started this." His phone buzzed again. Another anonymous number. Kirk's heart pounded. He hesitated for just a second before answering. "Hello? Kirk, you're in deep, aren't you?" His grip on the phone tightened. "Who the hell is this?" The person on the other end chuckled. "Let's just say someone who knows what's coming. And trust me, you're not ready for it." Kirk's stomach twisted. "If you got something to say, say it." The voice continued, slow and deliberate. "They got receipts, Kirk. Old deals, money moves, things you thought were buried. And now, the producers have their hands on it." Kirk's breath hitched. No, that was impossible. He had been careful, hadn't he? He exchanged a quick glance with Rashida, who was watching intently, trying to read his reaction. Kirk clenched his jaw. "I don't know what you're talking about." Another chuckle. "Sure you don't. But let me tell you something. You better start preparing for the fallout." The call ended. Kirk slowly lowered his phone, his mind spinning. Rashida leaned forward, her voice urgent. "Kirk, what the hell was that? What did they mean by old deals? Is there something I don't know?" Kirk rubbed his temples, feeling the weight of everything crash down on him. "I don't know, baby. I mean, yeah, I made some moves back in the day, but nothing that could get me caught up like this. This don't make sense." Rashida narrowed her eyes. "You need to find out who's behind this. Because if this gets out, if this story blows up, you won't just be replaced, you'll be blacklisted." Kirk nodded slowly. She was right. He needed answers. And there was only one place to start. He needed to talk to Carly Red. Kirk showed up at the restaurant unannounced. Carly was mid-conversation, sipping a cocktail when she spotted him. Her lips curled into a smirk. Well. Look who finally decided to show up," Carly said. Kirk ignored her attitude, sliding into the booth across from her. "Cut the act, Carly. I know you've been running your mouth, you always do." Carly raised an eyebrow, clearly enjoying this. "Oh. And what exactly am I being accused of this time?" Kirk leaned in, his voice low. "I'm getting called by anonymous numbers. They're saying there's some dirt on me, and the producers are eating it up. And since you like to dig into people's business, I figured." Carly laughed, shaking her head. "Boy, please. I ain't got time to be plotting on you. If I wanted you gone, I'd do it in your face, not behind your back." Kirk studied her closely. Carly was messy, but she wasn't sneaky like this. She loved drama, but she loved owning it. Maybe Rashida was right, maybe this was bigger than Carly. Carly sipped her drink. But I will say this, you ain't wrong to be worried. The streets are talking. And the way I hear it, this ain't just some random scandal. Somebody's got it out for you. Kirk's stomach tightened. Who? Carly leaned back, tapping her nails against the table. That's the million-dollar question, ain't it? But if I were you, I'd be looking at people you thought you could trust. Kirk froze. His mind immediately went to one person. A person who had been too quiet lately. A person who knew everything about him. Bambi. The drive to Bambi's house was silent. Kirk was deep in thought, trying to piece everything together. Could Bambi really be the one setting him up? She had every reason to. They had been cool at one point, but after the fallout with Scrappy, she had distanced herself. And she had always been savvy when it came to using drama to her advantage. When he arrived, Bambi was already waiting for him, arms crossed, looking unimpressed. Kirk, what the hell are you doing here? Kirk didn't waste time. Cut the games, Bambi. Are you the one behind this? Are you the one feeding the producers stories about me? Bambi's eyes narrowed. What are you talking about? Kirk stepped closer, his voice tight with anger. Somebody's trying to take me down, and it ain't a coincidence that all this started after you started moving funny. Bambi scoffed. Boy, please. You think I got time to be worrying about you? I got my own damn problems. Kirk wasn't convinced. Then why is your name coming up? Why are people saying I should be watching my back around you? Bambi's expression darkened. Because they want you looking at the wrong people. Kirk's chest tightened. Then tell me who I should be looking at. Bambi sighed, rubbing her forehead. Kirk, listen to me. If somebody's trying to bury you, it's not coming from me. But if you want my advice, look at the network. Look at the people pulling the strings. Because this ain't about replacing you on the show, this is about getting rid of you for good. Kirk felt a chill run down his spine. The producers, the network, this wasn't just a personal vendetta. This was bigger. And if he didn't figure out who was really behind it, he was about to lose everything. Kirk sat in his car, gripping the steering wheel so tightly that his knuckles turned white. His mind was racing. If Bambi was telling the truth, and something in her tone told him she was, then this wasn't just about petty drama. This was bigger. The network, the producers, they weren't just replacing him, they were trying to erase him. But why? Thanks for watching. For more news and latest update, please don't forget to subscribe our channel.